as I said, people think I'm joking when I'm processing my midlife crisis, but I think you see, at 47 is a very interesting age. I'm just telling Eric. Eric looks way younger. Okay, at 47,
I need a Malaysian partner. Will you partner with me when I go over there?
yeah, if you're willing to lose, this after all the first time. I mean, has Ben Johns been to Japan?
In the city and I'm working 63. If the brothers on the L, then I think you know the word. All the rest be in the luggage and it's going to a turn. Everybody in the
So, everybody, welcome to the Pickleball Bros podcast. And we have special guest today, Kid from Malaysia, who I met at the PPA tournament in Malaysia just this past month. So, it's just a great honor to have you here. And I guess all of us want to know about you and how you got into pickleball and how do you see pickleball in the future for Malaysia?
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much, Eric, for having me on Pickle Bros. I'm so honored, to be here. So just a brief introduction. I'm from Malaysia, almost pointing us to be the epicenter of pickleball in Asia right now. And I don't know how long it will be, but we are good exporting. We are exporting pickleball to many places as well. So anyway, I started pickleball late last year in almost late December, October, December. And before that, I'm actually a professional photographer for 25 years. Professional photographer. So I work with Hollywood A-listers like Jackie Chan, Michelle Yeoh, and countless of top-listed billionaires and a lot of head of state. So that's just a bit of a background. And I started pickleball really to process my midlife crisis. And let's start with why I didn't want to play pickleball at first. So it's quite silly, yeah. So when pickleball start gaining momentum in Malaysia, and like most people, we our first exposure is via social media. So you're looking at IG and you're kind of like guessing what's this thing, you're a bit judgmental. And I didn't want to play pickleball because I thought the skirts were a bit too short. Right? Yeah, I mean, if you go through my profile, although I photograph a lot of amazing personalities, but they're always big campaign people like Michelle Yeoh and all. So there's a lot of people, but I never photograph a lady almost like a one-to-one basis. Yeah. I don't photograph them on one-to-one. I always work with a big team. Yeah. So because I'm married for 24 years now, and I don't like the optics. I don't like the optics. So, but then later, of course, a friend told me, "You idiot! Those are skirts. They are not skirts." I didn't actually know they were pants below those skirts, right? Because I play badminton. And badminton, the girls actually wear shorts. They don't wear skirts.
No skirts.
Last time, yeah. So I didn't know. So so one obstacle actually kind of like taken care of. The second thing was like I didn't have a paddle. I didn't have a paddle, and I'm a bit OCD, right? I don't like to share, right? So my friend actually arranged a very Reskills. Reskill is actually an education company, and they are very they do a lot of pickleball in Asia, in Malaysia as well. They actually arranged a paddle for me, so that's the second problem actually solved.
Okay.
So when I remember, then I went and tried my first game, which is a business networking game. I only went there because a good uni mate invited me, and the chairman of this business networking club, also a good friend, invited me. But when I was there, I was very amused because I met friends that are actually, when I was a teenager, meaning when I was going to school, my school friends. I met people that when I was in my 20s, when I started my work. I met people when I was 30s, and I met people when I met in 40s and new friends. I said, wow, this game really unite people. Then I played my first game, and I thought, what a stupid game. because the first game, it was a social. I paired with someone, and I was playing against two newbies. We are all newbies, right? So, but they have no racket sport experience. So they couldn't serve, and they couldn't return. So I say, now I know why it's called pickleball. It's actually pick up ball. right? Then I say, this is a stupid game. I'm just going to be cordial and I'm not going to play again. But thankfully, on the second game, a father and son joined in the game. They run a very big business. They have about 150 restaurants in Malaysia. And they play table tennis, they play tennis, and they play badminton. So while they are not pickleball players, but they play pretty well. And I enjoyed the game. So then I was a big hook, but then it didn't solve my problem. Because my third problem, a lot of problem, right? Because he's a newbie. My third problem was like, who do I play with, right? I was introduced. Then my friend saw me post a big picture. They invited me to a small group. And of course, I was also introduced to Reclub. Then I started playing every day.
Oh, every day. Nice.
Every day. And then I realized it was very good for my mental health because I'm 47. So you kind of like process your midlife crisis over it. And over time, I realized apart from mental health, it's very good for youth empowerment because you actually focus the energy of the young people towards, and you channel it towards sports and the goal. And of course, for me, it is amazing too that unite people. And so I think, especially for Malaysia, we are so diverse. Our culture, we have multicultural. I think what rugby has done for Africa, pickleball has the power to unite Malaysians. Yeah. So the key for us now, it is still viewed as a top 20 sport, meaning the top 20 percentile of the population can afford to play because it is expensive in those courts that we play with, right?
I see.
But however, this is
I want to
also
talk about that later, the cost compared to Japan and Malaysia. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so but this can be easily solved because we are like myself that was so judgmental looking from social media. I remember when we were young, we play badminton just across the gate. We play in the park. It's not very expensive. And it's very easy to do a conversion using the existing infrastructure, which is badminton court. Basically, they are the same size.
Yeah.
You just have to lower the net.
We did that in Japan too. We just lower the net. Yeah.
Lower the
in
net.
the gymnasium. Yeah. It's very low.
Yeah,
It's very costly.
tape the line.
Yeah.
So if people ask me, if people who have never played pickleball, what is pickleball? I say pickleball is a mini tennis played in a badminton court with a lower net, but with a table tennis bat. That's pickleball.
Yep.
So it's very inclusive. Yeah. So I think that's a long intro to a short question.
Yeah,
that's a bit of background.
That's a great introduction. Thank you for that. Yeah, and I met you at the PPA tournament this time, and you were introduced as the influencer. So I thought you were influencing something else before. I didn't know you were a photographer. Yeah. But through your explanation today, found out that you were a photographer for a lot of high-profile people, and you switched to something very, very what I call very public.
Yeah.
Public. It's not too flashy yet, but it's getting there. Pickleball. So what was the thing that made attracted you to pickleball itself?
Yeah. So I think just to circle back to the influencing part, because I started my career. I had 2 years I graduated 20 from Australia, Curtin, Australia. And I had 2 years of corporate experience and I started my photography business, right? And of course, as you mentioned, we photograph a lot of very important people in the region and very obscurely. I think the influencing part is not like what it is today where you have a big social media following. We did a lot of things offline because by age 26, they put me on a very obscure list. It's called 100 people you must know in Asia, right? So the people that is on the list are top billionaires and people of head of state and things like that, right? So it was only fun for 2 weeks. I mean, I'm not trying to impress you. It was only fun for 2 weeks, and then I think for years I suffered from imposter syndrome. But because of that, I did a lot. I mean, I got invited to speak a lot. I do a lot of youth empowerment program, and that's why I think that sticks. But today the context is very different. So as I said, when I play pickleball, it's fun. You sweat, and I think as I said, people think I'm joking when I'm processing my midlife crisis, but I think, you see, at 47 is a very interesting age. I'm just telling Eric. Eric looks way younger, okay? At 47, you can't scold your wife, you can't scold your children, you can't scold your employee, you can't scold your bosses, you know. Generally, you're expected to be the the grounded middle-aged man, right? So there's a lot of pent-up frustration that surprisingly makes you feel better when you lash it out on that passing ball. And it sounds quite good, you're right? And of course, when you're on a court, people say all the sports are the same. I would argue it is not, because when you play pickleball, there's dopamine, there's oxytocin, there's serotonin, there's endorphin. Because the social aspect of pickleball, it's very, very strong. I mean, people argue tennis, people argue badminton, people argue golf. First, golf and tennis, I like those games, but it is not so inclusive.
No, it's not.
Typically, it's very costly to play.
Yes.
And the good players would almost not entertain the beginners.
That's very
And the beginners do not play with the people that are already good.
exactly.
Only pickleball, right? Of course, if you are 4-0 and above, you don't really want to play beginners, but you will still entertain, right?
Sure.
So I think pickleball is extremely inclusive. And I have not seen any other sports where you could gather people from 8 o'clock to 12 p.m. There is people who's willing to play with you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, golf is either morning or evening. That's it, right? So
only 4
pickleball can be
people.
indoor, indoor and outdoor, and so it's inclusive. Also, the way the design, the infrastructure. I just before this, I have a high school mate. She's highly competitive, and she's going for competition. So she wants to be coached by me for the next 2 weeks. This is an intense class. The only specific instructions is say I cannot operate with no AC.
Oh, okay.
Aircon.
You need AC.
Not a big problem.
It's hot.
Not a big problem. I say me too. So we have indoor courts, we have outdoor courts. So it's extremely inclusive, and that's how processing that. Of course, once you process the midlife crisis, you get the benefit, you meet more friends. You know, the game just grow on you. You just want to obviously be better, and of course you want to share the joy. Yeah. So that's long story short.
Got it. Okay. So, talking about Japan and Malaysia and, everything I saw this time with the PPA, I feel that Malaysia and even Vietnam are like 2 years ahead of Japan, because we're still trying to build designated pickleball courts here in Japan. We don't have many. We still play a lot on gyms or tennis courts that are converted that, we just paint lines and put nets. So we really have a lack of designated courts. Eric knows, and he plays on designated courts, but, for most of us, we're playing on, gym floors, and the cost factor, it's cheaper. You use public facilities like a gymnasium, like you said, badminton court. But then, the quality of the play, the people you meet, the practice level that you can get is a much different level. I mean, I saw beautiful pickleball centers in Malaysia this time, and I was wondering, what did you guys do in Malaysia to get it to this level so quickly?
I think we have, as I said, why Malaysia quickly become epicenter currently. I think most people would not argue. I mean, I don't know for how long, because we really have unfair advantage, right? Land is definitely cheaper, right? Land is definitely cheaper. Infrastructure is definitely cheaper. And of course, language is actually very advantage for Malaysia. That's why a lot of people want to be here. It's easier to interact, and
it's good. It's easy for us.
Yeah. Oh no, for everyone, for brand owners, so they don't have the communication barrier, and once they set a footing, and through the Malaysian, they can export it out. So Malaysian become partners to a lot of the brands, because we are the multilingual ones, right?
Right.
So I think, as I said, uh, we we have so much land, we have so much properties that could be easily converted. So the unfair advantage, and for sports to grow, the infrastructure must be there. So it's very costly, not just in Japan. It's very costly in Hong Kong. It's very costly in Singapore,
Hmm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know players. I mean, I played with so many because of the content that I do for in pickleball. I played with so many top players from around the region and the world. When they're here, they're so happy because the court fees is so cheap,
Right.
and and they can train a lot, right? And they can meet a lot of people, right? So that's why they like to be in Malaysia. So I think it is, and and yeah, so it was done right, and they had a medium like social media. It works very well. The first wave, I didn't belong to the first wave. I was the one that's watching from Instagram and decide, oh, the skirts are too short. But but when you pick up the game, there's awareness and there's people building it. So that's how you build up the. But I think Japan, you guys have a lot of very strong traditional sports. It
Yes.
might not be as easy for you to 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 transition, but it's two sides to a coin. But you, if you could convert the soft tennis crowd,
Mhm.
your game,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And you
true.
don't need everyone to play.
Yeah, a lot of soft tennis people are coming to pickleball. A lot of badminton people,
Yeah,
a lot of ping pong people are coming to
yeah,
pickleball
yeah,
now in Japan. Getting
yeah,
back to the infrastructure, in Japan is the size of California, and
yeah,
we only populate 20% of the land, and 80% is forest or mountain.
yeah,
It is possible to get land in the countryside very
yeah,
cheaply and build something and have a pickleball facility. But in Japan, the transportation or the access to any like location needs to have a train, like
yeah,
train line. It's not like everybody will come by car. I mean, it's that way maybe in Hokkaido, where people have cars. Everybody has cars, but
yeah,
to build something outside the city and to have it like kind of remote is kind of risky in terms of
yeah,
when you do something. What about in Malaysia? I see that everybody just gets a grab and grab is cheap. So like
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
just goes.
I think transportation is not a big issue in Malaysia. Almost everyone has a car here.
Yeah.
Having said that, I am one of the most un-Malaysian Malaysian you will meet because I love the train.
Yeah.
Most of my friends don't like the train, and frankly, from my house is only one train stop
Hmm.
to one of the best court that which you've been to, PXP. It's just one
Yeah.
train stop, so it's
Okay.
very convenient. But even then, most of the time I drive because I coach pickleball, right? So I have
Yeah.
to carry my gears.
Sure.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I'm just playing social, I'll take the train. So it's very very easy. But for me, it could be an advantage for Japan as well, because everybody love going to Japan. So I think the element of tourism and pickleball could go very well for Japan.
I think it's just a matter of us, some people just doing it, just
Yeah,
making
yeah, yeah.
the facility
It
and
should be
try it.
Osaka Pickleball
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think a lot of people would take the opportunity to go Japan to play and to play and train
Yeah.
pickleball, or give them a valid reason to go Japan, right?
Yeah.
So I see that in Malaysia as well. A lot of the Hong Kong players like to come Malaysia because our food is very good,
Yeah.
right? Our food
Very
is
good.
very, very good,
Very good.
right? We have our
Mhm.
food is very diverse, and the court is so cheap,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a good holiday destination.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
that.
think uh, I think kid, you convinced me to move to Malaysia.
yeah.
Yeah.
I convinced many people to visit to
Yeah.
Malaysia.
A lot of Japanese are there too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay.
How
Less
did
than
you
a year.
get? Yeah, less than a year. How did you
Yeah.
break into the scene so fast? Was it just that you had other high profile people to play with you, or did you just go to any club and just say, hey, I'm this photographer, I'm also this type of influencing person, can I help you? Where did you get your start into the business, I guess?
Um, I In all honesty, I when I started to play pickleball, I only wanted to play pickleball.
Good.
I I don't think about anything else, right?
Okay.
And naturally, because this is my 25th year in business, there would be people who actually know me.
Right.
There will actually be people who know me, and of course, I think the thing with me is I'm highly coachable person. I hope you don't think that I'm trying to promote myself, but I'm highly coachable. So every single game, I will go up and ask someone, how can I play better?
You're a
How
student
can
of
I
the
play better?
game. Hmm.
Yeah. I'm very coachable. I know, but yeah, I know unsolicited advice is not very popular, but I'm the guy that will actually go up. In fact, some of these players, they are like so shy to give me advice, right? And if you look at my social, it's not almost not like a trick or anything. I initially pushed out some content to solve my the problem that I thought people would be having the same problem, like where to play, how to buy the first paddle. Many people have so much insecurity in buying the first paddle, for instance, because they think it's so expensive,
Right.
right? Compared to any other racket, it's so expensive. So knowing what I know now, I say just do it, because that won't be if you're going to be serious in the game, that won't be the last paddle you ever buy. So at least you know what's right for you and what's not right for you. You just want to overcome that obstacle. And of course, I post things that, I did post. I'm not the guy that posts, oh, look at my hero shot. I'm posting the guy that seeking for feedback. How could I do better? And of course, one leads to another. And of course, a lot of friends that are in the industry. I was just telling Mark, like they would invite me to their function because they think I play. And of course, when I'm there, I make friends, and then it leads to opportunity to play with a lot. I'm not the best player. I mean, I'm probably like better than average. I coach better than I can play. But since December, I mean, I played with the number one of Vietnam, number one of Taiwan, number one of Hong Kong, which is number one of Asia, by the way, Jack.
Jack Wang. Yeah.
Number one of Macau. I mean, number one of Malaysia. 1, 2, 3 of Malaysia, actually. So, and I suppose those content actually helps as well. But I always never put the spotlight on myself, because I don't really care if you know me or not, because I've done that. I mean, been there, done that, right? So I just want to put the spotlight on whoever that I'm playing with.
I see.
It's not about me anymore. I don't need to be a famous pickleballer, right? Yeah. So,
But you.
And after hearing that, I have my second question real quick is, I need a Malaysian partner. Will you partner with me when I go over there?
yeah, if you're willing to lose, if you're willing to lose, yeah. So
Okay,
if you're
maybe.
willing to lose, cause I'm very very social player, very very social player. I don't yeah. So so my partners are very chill. They're all very chill. Yeah. So if you're a competitive guy, I'm not the partner for you. I'm serious. And people always say, how come you always get to partner people that are so much better than you? I say, I don't know, but playing doubles, I'm quite good at adjusting myself, because I always, so that's my style of play.
Oh, okay, good. All right, Eric, you're lucky. You got a new partner.
All right.
Good job. We're always looking. Eric and we always have problems finding partners. I don't know why. It's just not that we're bad players. It's just strange here sometimes. Okay,
so the newbies actually like playing with me. Sorry, the newbies actually playing with me. So any newbies that play with me, at first they will be quite nervous, but they get calm very fast. I'm very good at motivating, because I have 3 kids. All right, my daughter is 21, 18, and 12. There's the youngest boy. So the only requirement I have for my partner is this. I say, as long as you serve from this box to that box, anything else is a bonus.
Okay.
That's it. That's how they get calmed down.
Okay. Yeah.
They calm down, and then they play a great game. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So sorry, Mark, you were saying something.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted.
This after all the first time.
All right, Eric, you're lucky. You got a new partner.
All right.
Good job. We're always looking. Eric and I, we always have problems finding partners. I don't know why. It's just not
Yeah.
that we're bad players. It's just strange here sometimes. Okay.
So
I wanted
the
to
newbies actually like playing with me. Sorry. The newbies actually playing with me. So any newbies that play with me, at first they are be quite nervous, but they get calm very fast. I'm very good at motivating because I have 3 kids. All right. My daughter is 21, 18, and 12. There's the youngest boy. So the only requirement I have for my partner is this. I say, as long as you serve from this box to that box, anything else is a bonus.
Okay.
That's it. That's how they get calmed down.
Okay.
Yeah.
They calm down and then they play a great game. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So sorry, Mark, you were saying something.
Yeah, okay, so I wanted to shift gears to the PPA tournament in Malaysia this time. It was a cup. Eric went to the Open tournament in Malaysia. Was I think
July.
a month or 2 months before. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, July.
3 months before. Oh, July. Okay, so it was at 9Pickle. Both were at 9Pickle, and on the Pickleball Bros podcast, we want to talk about some controversial issues as well, like things that people are thinking about but maybe cannot say, openly. And one thing I noticed when I was there, maybe Eric didn't experience this, but there were a lot of people at the semifinal and the final, and they were overselling tickets, and that was like kind of, it's kind of hard. And we had this beautiful convention, that Vincent, said that you can come and watch the pros for free, and it was true. You could go, and there's nobody there actually. There's very few people, and I didn't understand why he didn't use the convention center for the semifinal and the final. Could have sold way more tickets. Could have had much more people there, But do you know anything about this?
I actually not in the privy of what transpired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but to me, of course, as a consumer, you felt that they oversold tickets. I really do not know what happened. But for me, I'm glad they took the risk of bringing PPA here. If I were to focus on the main thing, a lot, of course, people say, "Oh, it's a money grab" or whatever. But it's business, right? People need to make money, and first time is a mistake. I always give it a benefit of the doubt. If this repeat, then this is a if this repeat, then it's a serious problem. But if it's a first time, this is a first time. It's so fast. They negotiated and they did it. And it's the money and the risk that they carry. Yeah, and it sets such a great benchmark. And it builds so many. I mean, we got to look at the good and the bad. It's a package. Life's a package.
Sure.
Would I have rather no one did it and no one made mistake? Of course not. Right? From a business point of view, I'm glad they did it. So I tell you, so I in July, I just spin back a bit. In July, I think in July I organized a tournament.
Okay.
And this is not to bring myself up. It is the only tournament that I don't see a negative feedback on social media. But knowing what I know, it could be that as well, because we had 70 volunteers, because we were raising money for St. John's. We have 70 volunteers. And actually anything could go wrong that day itself, because, Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. What else could go wrong that day? The team was very united because we were running short of time, so we changed it to rally instead of a traditional. We save a bit of time. And three of the organizers, for most of us, we have a lot of relationship with a lot of the players, so they were a bit more forgiving. So a constant issue is people not having point guard. And at the preliminary round, it's a self refereeing. But because you have 70 volunteers, so it's easy to say what other people did wrong, but I rather focus on what they did right.
Sure.
because no one else paid 5 million to bring PPA to Malaysia. I'm
Right.
so glad Vincent and Pico did it.
Yeah. It's a big investment, and they don't know if they're gonna get their ROI.
No, not at all.
Not
Not at
immediately.
all.
They're not. It's something that is in the future for getting
Yeah.
return on investment. Yeah, I
But-
understand that part a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Perhaps the only thing you might say, maybe actually, I saw the communication. I saw the communication that they allow people to watch free on the other side,
Yes.
as in like with the ticket.
Yeah. Well, even without
But-
ticket, you could get it. No.
Yeah. At first, it's with tickets,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But a lot of people didn't know. Yeah. So you say you might say that is the error on the part. It's also error on a consumer part you didn't find out.
Mhm, mhm.
So it's a head or tail thing, right?
Right.
A chicken and egg thing. So
Yeah.
I would choose to be more forgiving. This after all the first time. I mean, has Ben Johns been to Japan?
No. Not yet.
He's been to
It's
Malaysia.
coming next year. It's coming next year.
Yeah. So he's been to Malaysia. I'm glad Vincent paid for him to come.
But that was
So-
Vincent that paid for that.
Yeah. Vincent have to pay for them to come to pay PPA. That's part of the package.
Okay, I thought it was somebody else.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Vincent, Night Pickle paid for it.
9 people have to. Okay.
Yeah. As the organizer, they paid for it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have to pay a lot of money. I think it was don't quote me, but I think it's like 500,000 US or something like that, just to bring the players.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard something like that too. And the award.
I'm sure
and the appearance fees.
I'm sure glad it's not my money. Right.
Right.
Well, Vincent did get a lunchtime with Ben John, so I think that was worth it.
Really, 500,000. For 500,000, I could have lunch with Warren Buffett. I think. How much was? No. So it's not just Ben Johns that came, right?
No.
Anna Bright came.
Tyson McGuffin. Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if he didn't bring them, I wouldn't play with I wouldn't play with Anna Bright. I play with Anna Bright. I partner Anna Bright.
Got it.
In fact, let me share this with you. The only video that let me show off a bit. Okay. Okay. This is so cool. Okay. Can you see?
Yes, I can see your screen.
No sound. Wait. Oh, no sound. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Let me do that again. Sorry. Okay. Who's your dream partner?
Maybe you.
Who's your dream partner? Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great clip.
So yeah. So if you ask me, they are first time organizers. No one can expect. First, the first time, it was empty. I mean, people bought tickets and people didn't go, right?
Really, Eric, was it like that in July?
Yeah, first time in July.
Yeah, it was empty for all the weekdays.
Yeah,
And
except for
it's the
finals.
first PPA. A lot of people didn't have a lot of planning into it. Only those who are pretty hardcore kind of trailed all the news, and they were kind of flip-flopping dates on the feature tournaments. So a lot of people, I think, didn't have confidence in planning their days to go there. But when the weekend came around, it was kind of full. It was a little packed, and actually there was security watching all of the exits and entrances. So we did have a good turnout towards the end, where the grand finale, and it did have good visuals, and it was a good turnout.
Yeah. So
But I heard like we didn't have anybody from America at that open. It was mainly Aussies. Is that right?
Yeah, if you look at the pro main draw, I do not believe there was any Americans. I did try to play the qualies, and I supposedly am American, but you're right. Only the amateurs, which are not showcased, had Americans. Yeah.
But even open costs money. It's not free. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
chunk of money. It's like double the price of amateur, so it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap to hold one of those. So
It's not.
going to cup level was a big jump for the sponsor, Vincent, and whoever else. I mean,
Yeah. And he did it at that speed, It's crazy.
yeah, it's amazing.
Everybody is just like thinking about it, doing about it, look and see. And frankly, this is something that I I I kind of like struggle with. I mean, for me, a lot of things that I do. I mean, like in my previous life or my other businesses, you know, you say it, you do it. But a lot of people kind of like say it and don't do it. But Vincent is the one that say it and do it. I'm, I'm very appreciative of people like that. All right.
Yeah,
So
if it wasn't
that's
for
my
him,
take.
we wouldn't have Malaysia. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, however, if it's the second time, it's the same thing that happened. My remark won't be as forgiving.
I see. Okay, well, that's fair.
This is the first time for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's a second time around, it's intentional. It's not a
Yeah, I think anything you do anyway, there's always going to be criticism for
Yeah.
it anyway. And I've done like 1,500 people events in Osaka, and it's a lot of work. And so I mean,
for pickleball.
no, for my other crypto business, but
What?
just doing an event is a lot of work, and
A lot of work.
And I appreciate. I just wanted to put that out there as like devil's advocate, because there were some issues about the ticketing and the difficulty of getting ticketing. And I bought a ticket for the final and the after party, and oh wow, that was a great party. My goodness, the food was amazing. I got so much value out of those 2 days. It was just so great. And we got to see all the pros at the convention center, which was very nice. I did a lot of interviews with like Tyson McGuffin or Eric Onsen. Zane.
Yeah, we were there.
It was just great. It's exactly what I kind of imagined, that hey, maybe I can meet somebody when they're walking past. And that's what happened. So it's like, hats off to Vincent and all the other sponsors.
So for me, it's very much more comfortable as an audience in the convention center.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy who would like to be in the arena and getting stuck in the heat. But I don't know. Yeah, so for me, I prefer the convention center. But as a player, though, I would prefer to play in my pickle, because those are temporary courts. It's not good for my knees.
Yes.
It's not good for my knees. The other court, it's a proper court.
Yeah, that's
so. I mean,
that they use on a convention. There were some dead spots, and that was kind of
yeah.
But apparently, because we talk about things people say, Ben Johns didn't want to play in the convention center, and that's why we played in 9 Pickle, or they played in 9 Pickle. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know what transpired, but I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't want to play in a convention center, right? But definitely as a player, because I didn't play, I only played with some of these players outside. I only had one game, and I know it's not good for my knees.
I see.
At the convention center, because it's basically a mat, right? But that's universal. I mean, that mat travels, right? So that system travels. So it is what it is.
Okay, so one more question about Malaysia. Do you feel like Vietnam is a rival in terms of who is going to be dominant in Asia in the future for pickleball? Like, you call Malaysia the epicenter, but could Vietnam be the next epicenter, or are they already the epicenter? I mean, 8,000 people were at the event. It's a Guinness Book of World Record. So
okay, so I'm sure you heard about the controversy of how they packed that place. I mean, for me, so as a photographer, when I came out, I had a very, very good mentor. He taught me a lot of things. So things like if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, or you can make all the mistakes yourself, or you learn from someone else. So in this case, let Vincent make the mistakes, and everyone else can learn. and the one thing that he told me this: you hate to be the only guy in town that sells pizza. The only guy in town sells pizza, because if Malaysian have a flatbread called roti canai, if you haven't tried it, the next time in Malaysia you got to try it. It's an Indian flatbread. It's marvelous, but it looks like a flatbread, and you put some meat, and you charge about 20 times more expensive than the flatbread. So people will be suspicious. What's this pizza, right? If it's a totally new thing. So pickleball is a new thing. You need an industry. You need everyone to build it up. Otherwise, if no other country comes up, it won't be an Olympic sport.
True. True.
We don't look. The people that look at Vietnam as a competition, they are thinking it wrong. They are our collaborators. We need the sports to grow together. So I don't care whether they are number one or number two, but they're growing the sports. They're bringing the eyeballs, right? So that's what we need to look at. Every country will play its part. It doesn't care who's leading.
Got
The
it.
sport needs to grow. We are only beginning, and I think a lot of unhealthy competition going on. People think that they need to be number one. You don't. You need the sports to come up. The pie is not fixed. We got to make a bigger pie together. That's my thinking.
Okay, great. Okay. Eric, last thoughts for Kid.
I like how he said that. Honestly, I know there may be competition between businesses. That may be true, but I love that the casual players, the players who travel, they're all collaborating with each other, including on Instagram. And influencer that I'm trying to get into myself also wants to collaborate with other people and play. And every time I visit a country, and I travel a lot, I was in Bulgaria about a month and a half ago. I go to the US often. I go to many states. I go to many different Asian countries. Everyone is so available to invite me to their games and play pickleball. So is Japan. They may be the worst, actually, but they are still very collaborative and invite people to play on the Tokyo Tower, for example.
Yeah.
I can play anywhere with only maybe 1 or 2 days of notice. So the people are doing it right. We're all collaborating together, regardless of businesses or not.
Yeah. So I think to add on that, and especially if you're talking about content, highly collaborative. I mean, it's so strange. I done content with Vinny. I'm sure you know Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny. I done content with Rex Thai.
Mm.
I done content with Rex Thai, and I think this is the first time. I'm shocked. If he's watching this, you should clip it. So at that open that Eric played in, a gentleman kind of like talked to me on IG. I have no context who he was. I thought he was a player. I say yeah, let's catch up. And when he was here, we finally met at the open in passing, and he gave me a gift. He gave me a gift, and I say, oh, I say I'm a sponsored player. I cannot really, I can take this, but I can't really promote it. But I will wear it when my sponsorship is over. And say, oh, that's cool. No worries. It's just for you. And yesterday, I just saw him appearing on a podcast. And I just wanted to say, apologies, Jason. I didn't know you're the president of UPAA. Yeah, I just found out just so what? Yeah, he came as a player.
Oh.
I just found out, and it's so funny, right? You play the game and you communicate by. So Rex Thai, before he came to Malaysia, we actually you texted, and that's why then I asked PXP, which is the court that Mark went. I say, would you want to host Rex? And he said, sure. And Rex met Kian, and they started doing program together. And that's how he did. So when Winnie reached out, so I told the other friend, which is Pickle Nation, the one that another big court. I say, he's coming. Would you want to do some content? They say yes, and then I brought along a few Malaysian pickleball influencers, and we did content there. It's just fire. It doesn't even surprise me anymore that anyone that I see on Instagram could end up next to me in the next week or so. I kid you not. It's just so crazy, right? Everybody's so collaborative. Yeah, I mean, I just met Mark, and now we are online. So from online we go offline, and from offline we go online. So yeah, it is what it is. Cool. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Kid, for your time and your insight. And this is really important for us, being in Japan and also being in Asia. And maybe Eric can talk about American pickleball and what we can expect from Americans coming to Asia now. I think Malaysia really broke the mold in having Americans come over this time, and a lot of Americans. What do you think is going to happen like next year?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of juicy things. So you think you saw a lot of controversy now with what's his name? Up Townsend? Up you mentioned
Dennis Yapensky.
Yeah, Jubensky.
Yeah.
And I'm already seeing a lot of that in the amateur brackets. When I played in Malaysia, I played in Bali, I played all these various tournaments through WPC and PPA, and you see the murmurs of competitiveness, and there's a difference of culture, and also language also affects that if they can't speak their language. And I often play with a lot of Japanese players that travel, and they cannot speak English very well. And so I've already been in at least one controversy every category that I've played. And so if Americans are coming over to Asia, you're going to see a lot more of that. I don't think it's necessarily bad. It will improve the rules that we have, because the rules are still in infancy, for at least for tournament and professional play, and we'll continue to improve, and that will only grow our ability to get into Olympic Games, Asian Games, all these other games that are way more important. So it's an evolution that we have to have, and we just need to go through those growing pains. And the American game, I've seen it. That's where I originally played. I started in New York, and man, the game is much more powerful. It's much more brutish. Whereas in Asia, simply it's just much more controlled and faster feet. So in a nutshell, that's what I can say are the differences of the two. I can't wait for us to have more collaborative games between countries and to see that happen. I'm excited for it.
Okay, great. Thanks for that insight, Eric. Yeah. So, Kid, the invitations, out there for you to come to Osaka or Tokyo, play pickleball,
We love that.
eat some good sushi and Kobe beef here. And, you're welcome. Your family's welcome. I see your beautiful children in the back there. That's very nice. I have two kids as well.
Yeah.
They're in Tokyo, one's in Osaka, but, you're always welcome, and hope you can come.
Yeah. We're looking forward to that. Yeah.
Okay,
And
perfect.
yeah, so you want to do a screenshot of this, or
Yeah, let's do it. It's a good idea.
actually this is a 3% is a very good
It's a good layout, I think. All right.
yeah,
Ready?
very you can just cut it and put on IG straight.
Yeah, I can do that. All right.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Eric.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
In the city and I'm working 60. If the brothers on the L, then I think you know the word.